Today on Storynado, we're diving into one of the CIA's most bizarre and ambitious Cold War projects, Operation Acoustic Kitty. Picture this. You're an intelligence officer in the 1960s, locked in a global chess match with the Soviet Union. Every whisper counts, every rumor sparks suspicion, and spy agencies on both sides are desperate for a leg up. Someone gets a wild idea. What if we used cats? Yes, actual living cats to snoop on Soviet diplomats. It sounds like something out of a spy parody, but believe it or not, the CIA gave it a shot. Operation Acoustic Kitty began when the CIA's Office of Technical Services reasoned that a cat could be inconspicuous enough to wander around parks, embassies, and other high-profile locations without arousing suspicion. The plan was audacious. Surgically implant a microphone, transmitter, and battery inside a feline operative, then guide the cat to strategic spots where it could pick up conversations. An antenna wire was threaded along the animal's spine or tail, acting as a receiver. If you're thinking this seems both ingenious and totally ridiculous, you're not alone. The experiment remains one of the most infamous intelligence schemes to emerge from the Cold War. From the start, complications piled up. Training a cat. To follow even the simplest instructions is no small feat. Cats are free spirits, not exactly known for their discipline. CIA trainers tried using food deprivation and special conditioning techniques to make the cat stay put and listen in. But the furry recruits were as interested in chasing butterflies or napping in sunbeams as they were in performing cloak and dagger antics. The real kicker, however, came during the project's rumored first field mission. According to one enduring piece of CIA lore, the cat was released near the Soviet embassy in Washington, D.C., only to be struck by a taxi within minutes. Official documents later suggested it might have survived, but one thing was certain. This costly pet spy was not long for the espionage world. Despite initial failures, the CIA kept sinking money into Acoustic Kitty. Some reports pegged the total expenses at around $20 million. Engineers tried refining the hardware, adjusting the electronics to avoid interference, and rethinking the animal's training regimen. But the problems persisted. Even with updated tech and renewed efforts, the cats simply could not be counted on to reliably approach the designated surveillance points. Each attempt ended in frustration, proving that you can't always out-engineer nature. Eventually, the agency had to acknowledge the project's fundamental flaw. A cat's unpredictable behavior does not lend itself to stealth espionage. After years of false starts, the CIA quietly shut down Operation Acoustic Kitty. Details of the mission remained classified for decades, but once the documents were declassified, this ill-fated plan became public knowledge, fueling a mix of amusement, disbelief, and even admiration for the sheer creativity behind it. Today, Operation Acoustic Kitty stands as a stark reminder of how the cloak and dagger world sometimes veers into the outlandish. It highlights the lengths the CIA, and likely other agencies, were willing to go in their quest for intelligence dominance. If nothing else, it teaches us a valuable lesson. In the quest to outsmart your adversary, always remember to factor in the cat's perspective. After all, no matter how high stakes the mission, cats will do as cats do, and in this case, that was enough to drive the CIA barking mad. That's it for today's Storynado. If you loved this tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories.